Hello, you are welcome to the news in brief on Graphic Online. In the headlines, Cabinet approves plea bargaining bill for accused persons to avoid a prison sentence. Information Minister clarifies details in 2022 budget. Free flow of traffic after toll abolishment. Is the executive clothed with the power to stop toll collection before Parliament approves the 2022 policy statement? We'll take you to Parliament on that one. And government presents a $150,000 package to 2020 Olympics Games team. And now the news in brief. Cabinet has approved a bill that will allow accused persons to enter into a plea bargaining to avoid a prison sentence. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Mr. Godfred Yeboah-Dame, who made this known, said the bill will be an amendment to the Criminal Offences Act of 1960, Act 30. He explained the bill will soon be laid before Parliament for approval.
The AG made this known today when he visited the James Camp Prison and Senior Correctional Center in Accra. He said apart from the plea bargaining bill, his outfit was also working on an alternative sentencing bill that would introduce community service and other forms of punishment to complement imprisonment. The AG said the two bills were part of efforts by the government to decongest the country's prisons.
An amendment to the Criminal Procedure Act 1960 Act 30 to incorporate plea bargaining firmly into the trial cases. By this amendment to the Criminal Procedure Act, plea bargaining will be permissible in all cases, save a few that will be set out in the Act. I am happy to state that Cabinet, about 3 weeks ago, granted approval to my request for the policy and the bill, the amendment to the Criminal Procedure Act to incorporate plea bargaining to be laid before Parliament. Pursuant to the directives of Cabinet, I have consulted the Honourable Minister for the Interior on the exceptions to plea bargaining. I propose that offences in the nature of treason, offences like rape, genocide, robbery, kidnapping, murder, attempted murder, abduction, defilement, piracy, and offences related to public relations will be excluded from plea bargaining. Apart from these offences, plea bargaining will be available in all other cases. I consider the introduction of plea bargaining the most significant innovation in the process of reform of the criminal justice system in Ghana, which will have the ultimate object of easing congestion in our prisons.
There are varied reactions to the 2022 budget and policy statement presented to Parliament yesterday. The Minister of Information, Mr. Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, in a radio interview with Peace FM this morning, gave some clarifications.
2020, 17.1 million accounts. Now transactions now could be 564 billion. And now that just say that's equal to about $100 billion. And it's the same no data nature and say market no mature. In fact, market not mature. Where you say 1.75%. And no cry no, and you 1.75% on UBR. You see 1.75% no. On nipa or send the pay. Nipa or receive no. Indeed, in the text, I'm say the bank transfers count, but my understanding is a bank transfers count.
Following the abolishment of road tolls, there was free flow of traffic at some areas which hitherto served as toll collection points in various parts of the country on Thursday morning. Even though some motorists, especially on the Kaswa-Accra Road, expressed delight about the latest development, some toll collectors felt otherwise. Graphic Online's reporters visited some toll booths and filed this report.
At the Tema toll booth attendants who usually issue tickets to drivers and grant access to the other side of the toll gate were all absent today. In their place, armed police officers and some military personnel were keeping watch over the facilities. Similarly, there was a stress-free drive for motorists driving from Kaswa to Accra who will otherwise have spent between 15 to 20 minutes to get to the booth. Only few hawkers selling newspapers and bread were seen seated along the shoulders of the road without patronage.
Meanwhile, some toll collectors at the Tamale Plaza have expressed concern about their salary arrears. Already, the Minister of Finance, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, has said they will be reassigned. One collector, Emmanuel Jampo, spoke to Graphic Online.
No money, no shit.
Then you could. Into your catch them, say, I'm going to
And still on roads, there are public discussions on why the roads minister did not wait for Parliament to approve the 2022 budget statement, which proposed the abolishment of road tolls and went ahead to direct an immediate cessation of the collections. The issue came up on the floor of Parliament today.
The Speaker of Parliament is directing the Roads Minister, Mr. Kwesi Amakwata, to immediately reverse the suspension of the collection of road tolls. Mr. Gbagwin says until the 2022 budget was approved by the House, as requested by the Finance Minister, Mr. Amakwata has no locus to suspend the road tolls. He gave the directive after the minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, had expressed strong reservation at the conduct of the Roads and Highways Minister to usurp the authority of Parliament to suspend a law that was passed by the House. Mr. Haruna Idrisu had told the House if Parliament does not approve the budget presented by the Finance Minister, there would be a huge revenue vacuum due to the suspension of road tolls.
I want to clearly direct that what the Minister has released is complete brutal fulmin. It means it's an empty boast. It has no effect. And therefore, I call on him to honorably withdraw that directive. Failure to do so will be a serious breach of the directive of the Speaker. And that will amount to contempt of Parliament.
And away from the budget issues and in sports, the government has rewarded members of Ghana's 2020 Olympics Games team with a total package of $150,000. The package is in fulfillment of a pledge made by President Akufo-Addo last August.
Samuel Techi, an amateur boxer with the boxing team who won Ghana a bronze medal for the first time since 1992, was presented with a $50,000 reward, comprising the CD equivalent of $10,000, a brand new Nissan Sunny car worth $20,000, and a further $20,000 for his professional and career development. His other colleagues and coaches, numbering 21, were also presented with a CD equivalent of $5,000 each. Samuel Techi spoke to the media.
I'm going to thank our President Nana Akufo-Addo and my minister, Mr. Mustafa. I'm going to thank all of you and God bless you for what you have done. I'm making people proud and taking people. You know, now the truth is I'm going to professional, so I hope and I think when I go to professional and I bring the world title in Ghana, we are all Ghanaians, so we celebrate the world title. So that's what I have to say. I'll thank all of you and the Ghana team, those who were really meant to take you and bring the medal. I'll thank all of you and I'll thank Mr. Fati. That's what I have to tell you.
News in Brief was brought to you by Graphic News Plus.
Download your Graphic News Plus now and choose your preferred package daily, weekly, monthly, and annually, and access free news on various interest areas as well. Graphic News Plus, connecting people through news.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you again with another edition. Stay safe and protect yourself from COVID-19. For more news, please visit graphic.com.gh or log on to Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube at Graphic GH. I am Enoch Dafa Frimpong.
Subscribe now.